back to my film and TV channel. We're going over to Netflix today, and we're going over to South Africa. Yeah, South African film on Netflix. So there's a little bit of subtitles in this, probably about 25 to 30% of the film. So be warned before you watch it. We're going to have a look at something called Wild is the Wind. Please, if you're on YouTube channel, push that subscribe button, push the bell notifications. I do film reviews, TV drama reviews, information blogs, and please, all your comments are very, very welcome on this film or anything to do with film and TV. Doesn't matter, but specifically on this, if you want to have a chat about it. And please, you can give us a thumbs up. It's great to get views, but it's just nice. It's appreciated. We get a thumbs up as well, so that'd be brilliant. Right, I say this is on Netflix. 123 minutes long. That's Netflix UK. Check your territory. 123 minutes. Yes, a bit long for what we get, which is a shame because the length is not a problem. There was enough in it to do it, but it sort of concentrated on the wrong thing for me at times. Classed as a crime drama. And what are the public thinking? Well, we've got over 360 people have left a score review as at the 2nd of November 2022 at 11 a.m. in the morning here in the UK. And it's just averaging, a little bit disappointing, 5.2 out of 10. So a little bit below watchable. At least half the people seem to like it. If you look at the positivity, 54% positivity. So over half the people were reasonably happy with it. The Rotten Tomatoes audience, again, not a lot of scores been left, but that's averaging 48%. So we're all hovering around the 48 to 52, 54 mark. And it's about racial tensions and corruption come to a head in a small segregated town after the police find the body of a young Afrikaner girl in the bush. Yes, obviously there's also a serial killer element to this film as well. So there's no other reviews that I can see from the big guys, from the newspapers, from the big websites. So my little thoughts, you'll have to be happy with that. And I'm going to be quite boring, and my score is going to be, pretty much what everyone else is saying at the moment. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. So I did score it. There's obviously a possibility that anything under 5 I don't bother with. So at least it was okay. There were elements, it was fine. I don't know too much about South Africa at this point in time, how things are. Obviously reading some of the reviews and comments made, it's a reasonable portrayal of what people think things are going on in South Africa, which isn't great. Still not great, of course, isn't, not to this day. But obviously, I say I can't really answer to the authenticity of the corruption and what we see on screen as to whether it's widely prevalent in South African society at the moment. But I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it as a documentary. I didn't watch it to find out what's happening in South Africa. I just watched it as entertainment, and that's what I watch films for. I watch documentaries to be educated. I watch films mainly to be entertained. If they inform me and educate me, fair enough. But no, I just watch them to be entertained. And the big problem with this is it does suffer for being too long, which is a shame because there's enough to go in 2 hours. There's probably enough to go in a little mini series, but obviously it's not actually been put together that well to do that. And I think what we see in this film could have been probably cut down to a tighter 90-minute film, and it would have been a lot better. I do like to invest in at least one or two of the main characters, but was sort of unable to in this. I invested in a couple of the minor characters, but not the main ones. But that actually made it a little bit more interesting, as you still want the bad guys to get caught. Unfortunately, there's just so many of them. You're going to be disappointed by the end of it because. So there's not many good guys. Certainly not the main protagonists anyway in this one. The serial killer element isn't really explored too much. It's dabbled in. It's there, but obviously there's no great investment in the serial killer element of this in a 2-hour film, which is a great shame. We'd like to see more of that element. Certainly concentrated on some of the stuff we get. As I said, if you don't like subtitles, I say be warned, there's about 30%, 25 to 30%. One positive, a big positive, is at least it's a change from the US-UK crime dramas. It's a change of scenery, it's a change of location, a change of attitude perhaps as well. because I think when it started off, I didn't particularly know it was South African. When it started off, I thought it was the US desert, and obviously the cars were driving on the left-hand side. And I thought, what's going on here? But so I soon became aware that it wasn't American. As I say, I tried not to read. So sometimes when I watch a film, I try not to read too much about it beforehand. So I'm either pleasantly surprised or pleasantly not surprised. But there you go. So it is a change from the US and UK. But a solid cast. The cast is pretty good. The acting was fine, but as I said, it wasn't quite as gripping as you thought it could have been. Overall, a bit of a mishmash with some subplots taken away from the whole for me. Yeah, there was little subplots in it that just diminished the whole thing. And there are good scenes, which there are a few, but they do get a little bit lost in it all, unfortunately. So it's not one to rave about, and that's why I got to my 5 out of 10. It's okay, but could have been so much better. Say it just ended up being a bit disappointing when it could have been a little bit better. Could either reduced in time or for 2 hours, but spent in a different way, if you like, because there's certainly enough story to look at and go for in this. Let me know what you think, guys. Anyway, I'll give this 5 out of 10. Let me know what you think of this little film. Be great to hear from you. Till we meet again, I ask one thing, don't I? Please stay safe, everyone. Bye for now.